Five, four, three, two.
Yo, what's the business? It's your boy. It's the one and only your man Chi. We back in the building. Yo, man, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's live right now, that's tuning in, watching your boy, watching me and my big brother. We in the building, man. Listen, we back in the building for a special occasion, man. I told y'all the Chi Lounge was coming back. We got a new podcast coming as well. We're gonna leave that up to the ones coming in. You see what I'm saying? But listen, man, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful night. You with your family tune in. We about to have us a little fun, and we about to go live. In the meantime, I want to bring to the stage and introduce my big brother, my man, the one and only, schooled me to the game, got the same name, King Rob, baby.
Blessings.
King Rob, listen, man, I'm gonna let King Rob take a little chance to introduce himself and give a shout out to our sponsors. All yours, baby.
My name is Brother Rob. I'm blessed to be here.
Rob!
I want to thank my beloved brother Chi, and I want to thank also Mr. Push and the MO Sound Group.
Push!
New Jersey.
Let's go, Push! M.O.
This is my first time on a podcast, and meeting Mr. Push and him giving me a tour, I'm already inspired. Because this is what it's all about. He's taken all of his God-given talents and he's making something real happen, and it's blessing other people at the same time.
Yes, sir.
I'm already excited. So how we doing today?
We doing good, man. And speaking of God-given talents, man, listen. How about you tell the audience about some of your God-given talents? You know, you're a corporate man, you're a mechanical man, you're a father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're a husband.
Family of 7.
Family at 7. He's a family at 7.
Yeah.
I'm a single man at 11.
In some cultures, we call him breeder.
Yo, today we got a beautiful show for y'all today, man. And we want y'all to get involved, man. Yo, listen, we got the Cash Apps entitled or on the description. If you like what you hear, show us some love. If you don't like what you hear, get up out of here. This ain't for you. In the meantime, we about to get down to business, man. The title of today's show is what?
What is it again? The hell that you're in and how to get out of it.
The hell that you in.
Yes.
And how to get out of it. How you know you in hell?
Oh man, because everything becomes very much uncomfortable, and then there's a strategy. There's a God instructed strategy to overcoming these things.
I feel like I'm in hell right now.
Oh well, we're gonna cool you off. We're gonna put some holy water. Bam.
Yo,
I said bam.
Yo, do you know how many people right now is going through hell?
Facts.
Like, it's so many people right now going through pure hell. They don't know where to turn to. They don't know where their next meal coming from. They don't know. Yo, it's people right now that's literally in hell.
Housing. How about nowhere to live?
Yeah, nowhere to live, man.
How about getting out of prison and having no family support and nowhere to go, and then the place that you may or may not have committed your crime, and they want to send you back to that place, not giving you a chance to get a leg up.
That's wrong. That's wrong. And we're gonna discuss all that today.
Yeah.
First topic of the day. I'm gonna let Rob give you the first topic of the day. Y'all make sure y'all interact. Y'all leave in the comment section. Leave your responses. Y'all hit that Cash App, man. It costs to do this, baby. It costs to be the boss.
Yes, indeed.
Black unity, black company, black sponsorship.
Let's do it.
Rob, hit them all, baby.
So the first topic that we would like to discuss is bigger and better.
Bigger and better.
The journey of your life, the journey of our lives, and how that impacts our perception and perspective. Reason why I say that is because oftentimes we're trapped by our experiences, especially if you've been living in hell for a long time. You grew up in it, you become familiar with it, you've made comfort and peace with it, and so seeing that there's a possibility of having a new way of living becomes a struggle, and sometimes it's offensive and it's hurtful, because to even imagine it hurts more because you might be feeling stuck. And so there's no reason for that, and I'm evidence of that because I chose God's instruction.
Now, you said you chose God's instructions, right? How do you know that was God's instructions versus your own your own reaction to your inner man, your own inner thought? How can you differentiate the difference between God giving you, because a lot of people say God told them to do this or God told them to do that, when really we all have a conscience.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying he didn't tell you that. Okay. Trust me. I know he speaks to you. Trust me. I know that for a fact.
Yes, sir.
But kind of give go into detail more about the difference between God. How do you know God speaking to you versus your inner man speaking to you?
Well, I'll put it to you like this. In some of the hardest parts of my life, and I think as we continue on this journey, and my wife gives me the blessing and you're okay to discuss it.
Shout out to Tamara in the building. Let's give it up for Tamara.
Love you.
Shout out to Tamara in the building. She makes some great lamb chops.
Oh, yeah, she's a great cook. Pretty blessed. That's why I weigh 280 pounds. I am a very filled man. When I look at the journey of my life, there were times where I wasn't even thinking about God. And when you reflect and you look back at those moments where there was a gun pointed at your face, some people might have, I had COVID, and someone dear to my heart had COVID too, and he was taken, and I thought he was like He-Man, like he was the dude in Unbreakable, Bruce Willis character, like nothing could break this guy.
You had a gun pointed at your face?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
I had a gun pulled on me one time.
Yeah.
I had a gun pulled on me. One time I was walking to my girl house, but I was young though. I was like 16, 17 years old.
Yeah, same.
I was walking to my girl house and I just they tried to rob me. You know what I'm saying? Like from out of nowhere. And it was raining. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is, it's like when they tried to rob me, it's like I saw my life flashing before my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at that moment and at that time, I knew for a fact that was nothing but God that saved me from that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you come from cities like we do and atmospheres like we do, nobody's pretty much having mercy on you. You know what I'm saying? But it's nothing but the goodness of God. So I can relate to you on that. But what happened? How you get a gun pulled on you?
Well, we were in high school, right? Yeah, we're in high school. And at the time, my friends and I, we went to go hang out with these girls.
It's always chicks, dog. Yeah. Always chicks, man. Damn. It's always shit, bro. Is it not always chicks?
It's
always shit, bro. Damn.
That's a whole other new conversation on top of that. But
chicks, man.
I'm sitting on the steps, and if I'm gonna be honest, Brother Chi, at that time my parents decided to move us into the suburbs, so I had no business being in the hood spot where we was at. But long story short, we were there. I'm sitting on the steps, and I see this car drive past, and I'm like, that looks interesting. And I said, whatever. So I'm drinking. I'm underage, but I am drinking a 40 ounce because I'm trying to be cool.
Oh, you got your LA on, dog.
I'm trying to be cool.
Hey, listen, did you have a boombox listening to the Chronic?
No, come on, man. I ain't that corny, man. He had Fosgates in a minivan. That's what we had. A Fosgate entire system in a minivan.
A minivan?
Yeah, 412s in a minivan. Chrysler Voyager. What? Anyways.
That's better than me. I had a bike.
But long story short, I'm sitting on the steps with my friend, and my cousin's sitting in a car with this girl, and the girls, they all lived in the same building. So she was outside with him. We sit on the steps. They were coming outside, and the dude walks up and he goes, "Yo," he's looking at my cousin. He goes, "What you doing in my brother's car? His brother's in prison."
Trying to flex.
Right. So he pulls out the gun, and my cousin gets out of the car. Then he gets back in the car because he started pointing at him, started shooting the car up. Then he looks at me. I was too to be afraid. I don't know what. I think God just blessed me and said, just stare at him. That's all I did. I didn't have any feelings. I didn't have nothing. I just was staring at him.
Wait. God told you to stare at him?
I'm not saying God told me to, but that's all I had in me. I think that's all I could afford. I couldn't even afford fear.
No, but you know what? But you know what?
Yeah.
I can believe that. Because like I said, me personally, like off the side of you being my brother and a very, very, very great friend and business partner,
by the grace of God.
I know that God resonates with you. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
But he told you to stare?
I won't say he told me to stare. What I'll say is That's all that was happening. Listen, we're created by God. We don't know what's allowing us from one day to the next, while somebody else who we may perceive as better than us is not here. So there's so many moving parts happening all at the same time.
Right.
Life is a gumbo. Some child's perception of reality is getting in a private jet, and going somewhere to watch a game, travel. Someone else's perception of life and their experience, their cultural awareness is trying to get food, eating out of a garbage can. So then there's God in all this, and then we start to ask ourselves, like, what does that all mean? What does this mean? Why? How do I believe in God with all these things happening? But the more you start to sit back and, as they say in real estate, do your due diligence and search for truth, which is what I encourage my kids to do. I don't really ask my kids to just go by what I say, but do your own research too.
But what is truth, though? Because you're going into an area to where everybody's now saying, I'm speaking my truth. I'm speaking my truth.
Yeah.
Everybody has a truth, but not every truth is truth.
That's facts.
So,
That's facts.
if you had to give your definition of truth, like you say, I have my truth. I say I have my truth. What is truth?
Truth is that God is the only creator of life.
Facts.
And so nobody wants to not be acknowledged. So how can we not acknowledge this beautiful thing that is life, whether we're abusing it or not? Nobody wants to make a mistake and get struck with lightning. So we got to stop trying to have these weird, false perception of who God is, and just go on the journey. Just be willing. Just be willing to understand it, but have an open heart to it, because unfortunately, one of the biggest things that God talks about, which is why forgiveness is so necessary, is we are guaranteed to be let down. No, there was no promise anywhere that life was not going to come with a cost, with hurt.
Well, I agree with you there. I definitely agree with you there, because that's I think that's one of the things that Christians need to kind of remember and be mindful of, is that we follow Christ, we follow Jesus, and when you look at the life of Jesus, pretty much everything that was done to Christ is going to be done to us. You know what I mean? Jesus' best friend betrayed him. Our friends betray us.
Yep.
Jesus was spit on. You're going to have people who spit on you. You're going to have
Friends
people
or
turn
family.
on you. Friends, family. Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh,
family.
heavens.
Woo!
Oh, heavens. Look at me. Oh, heavens.
Now, you say that phrase, oh, heavens. What is, where did you
man, I got that after I got out of the hospital with COVID. But my wife said, you just turned old. I don't know where it came from, bro. I never said it before I got out of hospital with COVID, bro. After I got out of hospital with COVID, I would say things like, this sticks my claw, and oh heavens, and I just but oh heavens is stuck. I don't know.
Oh, listen. If when I caught COVID, I wasn't saying oh heavens. I said oh hell. I was in some
Hey, listen, I'll tell you that too. So when my beloved friend, big ups to Big Dog, I looked up to that man.
Big ups to Big Dog.
He was a warrior. He
Big
was a
Dog.
warrior, a loving father and husband. He inspired me to want to be a better husband, father. That dude was a warrior, true warrior. So when Big Dog, who had journeyed and been through so much in his life, and the man could sing too. When I tell you he could sing,
you should have took advantage of Big Dog.
Man, that was the whole plan. Like, we were bonding, and then
You should have took advantage. If you say he could sing,
Big Dog could sing,
you should have made him sign a 360 deal to yourself.
charismatic.
You could have took all of his money.
No. I want his whole family.
You
to have that.
should have took all of Big Dog's money. Listen, with a name like Big Dog, and you managing him, you could have took all of his damn money. And his name is Big Dog, so he was getting money from somewhere else.
Big Dog wouldn't let that happen in the first place, nor with his kids or his wife. They didn't play that. But
Big Dog would have to catch me.
but Big Dog was a man that I loved and I looked up to. And so when he went into the hospital, and I remember the day, it was not, I don't think it was during the wintertime, but hail was coming down. And I remember saying, something don't feel right today. And I got the call that he passed away.
Wow.
So then now I get COVID. and I'm in my home, and my wife had to keep waking me up in the nighttime because I wasn't breathing. And I'm trying to drink my own remedies and my garlic tea and this and that.
Shout out to Rob Garlic Tea. If you never had it, you gotta ask him to make it.
Oh yeah. But it didn't do nothing for COVID. So I say that to say these are those moments where you gotta ask yourself questions. Why did I get to leave, and why was my dear brother, Big Dog, taken?
And what answer did you come to?
God wasn't done with me yet because I had things to do.
Shout outs to God not being done. Shout outs to God not being done. If you know God ain't done, shout outs to God being done. He not being done in your life.
Facts. And so when I was in the hospital with it, I had my liver was failing, my kidneys were failing, along with me having my issues with my lungs. And I remember the day when they reached out to my wife and they said, listen, we might have to put him on dialysis and this and that and all these different things. And at first I was like, no, you're not putting none of that on. You ain't doing nothing to me. Facts. We not doing that. And I remember just praying. Before going into the hospital, I remember just praying and said, wife, just take me, because she started crying. And I thought I was going to die like Big Dog.
You told Tamara just take you?
No. What I first said was, let me die at home in peace with my family. How are you going to send me to the hospital so I could die by myself? What are you, nuts? That's what I said to my wife. What are you, crazy?
Wow.
At least let me die with my family.
So at that time, you really felt you was out of here?
Yeah, because I told Big Dog, this dude was official tissue, man. So when it took him, I was like, nah, I'm not going to make it. I'm serious. So then when that happened and I just prayed, I remember just leaning up against the wall, crouching down, praying and say, all right, let's go. Just take me. And my wife took me. And, I mean, I had like I was dehydrated. I was all messed up because I really was, my oxygen level was dangerously low.
Wow.
And they had just stopped, Amazon stopped, like there was a shortage of those oxygen things that they take to measure your oxygen.
Yeah.
And we were blessed to get some before they ran out or had that shortage.
Amazon, you're a sack of. I'll save that for later.
Later, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. But you know what you are, Amazon. You are a sack of.
Not yet. But
it rhymes with hit.
But so you know, I went into the hospital, and I had like these nurses were like angels, bro. I mean, they were willing to clean my room, whatever was necessary to help me and to be comfortable while going through this process and journey. And I remember at that stage, it was like midweek, and everything just started to get worse. And when they told me that, I once again, I said, God, I'm in your hands. I didn't have fear, nothing. I don't know if your body if you go through a state of mind and in that moment, there's no fighting. You can't afford fight.
Right.
So I just let go and I said, God, I'm in your hands. Your will be done. And they said, you know, hold off. That's what they said to me. Hold off. We're going to keep running tests. So they kept on running tests. And later that evening, whatever normalized in my blood and in my whatever, it normalized. And they said, we're not going to do the things that we had planned for you. And I was losing my mind because every sense, my taste buds, everything was gone. I was, and forgive me, Princeton Hospital. I was like getting kind of frustrated because I'm like, yo, this water tastes like syrup. Where's the Fiji and the...
Oh, y'all was giving him syrup. See, that's just like them damn hospitals. Yeah, you think you going there, they try to kill you. Want to get cured. Yeah, see, this is why people don't like hospitals. Yeah. You know, no offense to the hospitals or whatever, but it's like the medical field, you know what I mean? You know, God give us common sense. Yeah. We know God is a healer, but at the end of the day, like, if something wrong with you, go to the doctor.
Facts.
Go to the hospital.
Please.
You know what I mean? But you got so many people that's corrupt and that's crooked, and it's almost like society has built their trust on. Society has now built their trust on, you know, home remedies from grandma's book. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or going holistic treatments. You know what I mean? Because people's mind frame have wrapped around like, the medical field, they just want my money.
Yeah. There's a lot of fear, and these are those moments where this is where you start to become mindful of God's presence, right? Because with all of these human errors and things happening, and there's opinions, and there's also weight to these opinions and experiences, and honestly, there's truth there, right? But then here I am in this hospital.
Wait a minute, what hospital were you at?
I can't remember. It was a Princeton facility.
Did they have good chicken?
They had the best service. The food wasn't good. My wife was bringing me food.
Do the hospitals not have great chicken?
I didn't eat no good chicken there, brother, but I did get the best service, and I tell you, they touched my heart. They were like angels, bro. I literally looked at, and I want to big up the nurses.
Big up to the
Because
nurses.
the way in which you serve the community, it's a thankless job. Can you imagine working in some of the most hostile communities? People just getting brought in, getting shot, abuse, all type of things happening, and these people are working thankless jobs. There's no amount of money that can compensate for that trauma that they got to see happening to other people in their lives.
Yeah.
And how many of them get a thank you, a card, anything. But long story short, God blessed me with the staff that I had at that hospital, and I was blessed to leave. And I tell you, when I left there, I was walking like a little old man with a little oxygen tank. I thought I could leave the hospital straight up. I couldn't. I thought I could walk out of there. I literally needed to be wheelchaired out, take my little oxygen tank, get to the car, and that was the beginning of me getting better. But the thing is those questions happen. They're uncomfortable questions. But again, why am I still here?
Could you see yourself in the medical field?
You know, I don't know. I won't say yes, I won't say no. I think I'm learning now, after all these years, to be mindful of getting to know the things that are special to me. I look at my brother Push. I just met him, and I'm already impressed with this man, and he's chosen a journey of freedom. He's doing what his fish to water is. He's being creative. He's empowering. He's encouraging. He's blessing. And when you see something like that happen, it makes you it inspires you to want to know what's special in you. Is it medicine? For some it's medicine. For some it's building. For some it's doing floors. For some it's speaking. Everybody has a God-given gift and talents, strengths and weaknesses. And in both, you become stronger should you choose to honor and obey the instruction that God gives. And again, do your due diligence. You try it your way, and when you're tired, give Scripture a chance and see what happens.
But you know what? Depending on the situation, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I like, because I've always been the type of person, right? Because I'm a grown man. Mm-hmm. I've always been the type of person to want to just take matters into my own hands.
Same.
You're the same way?
Oh, 100%.
Because it's I feel like this, like going back on what you said, I know God can do it. We all know God can do it. Yeah. But sometimes it's I feel like people take advantage of God. Now, here's the security on my side when it comes to the Father. Yeah. I feel like people take advantage of God. I feel like people only pray to God when they're in need instead of just giving him thanks for waking them up, providing food, paying the rent, kids taken care of, all that. Mm-hmm. People pray to God and ask God for, somebody get locked up. Oh, God, help me. Car tire go flat. Oh, God, help me. You just got your ass whooped. Oh, God, help me. Yep. People call on God at the worst time. It's whatever. So for me to get in something and try to take matters into my own hands, I understand I need God, but at the same time, I also feel like I'm not wrong, because if I know that God can do it and I feel like I'm putting work behind it, I'll come out more successful. Am 100%. I wrong for that?
No, you're right. And again, I want to big you up too, because through your being proactive, we're here tonight.
Yeah. Well, us being proactive. Right. No, you guys have no idea what we've been through.
Yeah.
I'll let Rob tell it.
Listen,
it was so epic.
Yeah.
I'll let Rob tell it.
Chi is a visionary. The man has a big heart, but he's so gifted. God gave him so many talents and abilities. This young man has experienced things that I dare I say a lot of people haven't, and he has God has blessed him to have this spirit for life, to want to live, and that's a gift, because you got people like me that might be a little conservative or might hesitant,
And then someone like, she's like, yo, let's go.
For real, let's go. But you know
Let's
what?
go.
But you know what? What you guys don't know about Rob neither. You know what I mean? Like I said in the beginning, Rob he's your all around guy. He's a husband. He's a father.
grace of God.
He's
By
an
the grace of
entrepreneur. He's very mechanical. He's very good with his hands. Business minded. He has a business mind of a lion. He don't accept no. Decline to him means accept. You see what I'm saying? I can go to the ATM and it's going to say decline. He go to the
He's funny.
ATM.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to this guy. He's very well prepared, folks. Once again, when I said I'm impressed by him, I am.
No wait. If I go to the ATM and I swipe my card, it's going to say decline. You know what I'm going to say?
Yeah.
Oh well, next check. He go to the
It's gonna
ATM,
say, you better
swipe.
go ask Chi, because Chi's lying.
It say decline. He's gonna go. Oh hell no! Let's try this again.
Oh, man.
No, something ain't right. Let's try this again. And then he's gonna start buying his spirits up that's in that machine.
Let me
But
tell you something. Yeah, man. Oh, real quick, if you don't mind, I want to big up my beloved brother Jay. He's got his amazing brand called Mark Ezrick.
Jay,
Listen, this dude is. When I tell you, this man is not playing. He's doing big things.
he's not playing. He for real.
He's for real. He's for real, and he's another man of God. And when I watched his interview, it brought tears to my face. Wow. Listen, everybody, whoever's watching, it's in you. It's in all of us. It's in all of us. It's in all of us. I'm sorry that you went through what you went through. We all went through something. But if you're willing to give yourself a chance and discover all the special things in you that life and the experiences of life have affected you in knowing. Take some time to get to know yourself. I'm blessed to be going to therapy right now. You could not pay me to go to therapy. This has been my first gift, and I'm 46. This is a gift that was from me. This was me loving me. And doing something for me was therapy.
When you say therapy, you're going to you mean you're actually seeing an actual therapist?
Yeah, bro.
An actual therapist?
Real therapist, bro. And
But
he's a man of God.
you're married. I would think that you're living the married life therapy. You know, the marriage therapy.
Yeah.
You know that therapy. You know what the hell? A shrink? Is it a shrink or is it? I know who your therapist is.
Yeah.
It's your pastor.
No.
It's pastor, isn't it?
No. He was counsel too for my marriage, but I'm actually going to a therapist. And the reason why I say that is because, again, you know, when we talk about loving ourselves, everybody has, again, different opinions. Some people might splurge on themselves. Some people might splurge on themselves and then put themselves into more debt. Some people might do certain things. And in my personal experience, loving yourself to me is doing everything to give yourself the best chance to being successful and having victory.
And you need to see a therapist for that?
It's a part of it because I want to be accountable. I don't want to be walking this earth thinking that it's everybody else that's messing up when there's something that I got to adjust in myself.
Right.
And so I know that going through life, you know, so many things stick on you. The mistakes of others, our mistakes, stick on us. Things that we did to other people, people did to us. And then all of a sudden you can get lost in that and you become so familiar with all of the errors that you can't see the special and beautiful things in you.
Right.
And you know what comes from that? After that, the result is a lot of anger, a lot of hurt. You got people jumping in front of trains. You got people shooting up stores and going off. Who that's happy and living their best life is wanting to shoot anybody?
Well, see, this is my
They happy. They traveling. They living life. They making love. They doing something else. They don't want to hurt nobody. They too busy living life.
Right, they're living life. But see, this is what I have against people that jump in front of trains.
Yeah.
You know, I can't stop you from jumping in front of a train. Nobody can stop you
Yeah.
from jumping in front of a train. But you know, don't mess up nobody else's day. You know what I mean?
Oh,
People trying to go to work, people trying to go to school. Hell, people trying to go to South Jersey to get coffee, and now they can't do it. Go to work, school, get their coffee, because you decide, oh well, I want to jump in front of a train. First of all, you don't know how many lives are being impacted when you do that. The engineer, the one that's driving the train, he's traumatized because now he just seen you, and your body gets splattered everywhere, all over the place.
Rough.
The people that's going to work have to explain to their boss why they're late because you wanted to be a hole. Now, it's such a dynamic that's been created off of people doing stupid things because of their emotions. So one of the things people need to be conscious of is that, you know, the reparations for your acts have to be accounted for. You see what I'm saying? You can't mess up other people's day all because you're having a bad day. That's not how this works. Yeah. At the end of the day, if you're having a bad day or you're going through stuff, you're going through hell, you take it to God. You take it to God in prayer.
Please.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because like Rob said, it doesn't matter how much money you have. You can people always saying, I got to go get the bag. I'm chasing the bag. When you dead and gone, the bag's still going to be here.
Yeah.
You ain't. The bag's still going to be here and you ain't.
Yeah.
Stop chasing the bag and learn to chase God. Yeah. I'm a sinner just like anybody else. I fornicate. I curse. You know, it's nothing about me that people don't already know. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm like a David, you know what I mean? I sin and I own my sin, but at the end of the day, I still chase after the Father. I still do my ministry. I still treat people with love and respect. I tell people about Christ. You know what I mean? I love my Muslim brothers. I love everybody. I don't hate anybody. You know what I'm saying? So whatever personal hell I'm going through, it's something between me and God. Amen. It's not for me to take it to God and then put it on somebody else. Like, no, that's wrong. You don't do stuff like that.
That's a good point that you make. And, you know, the other thing, too, that I'd say is for those who, that voice that you're hearing that is just relentless and is trying to get you to take your own life, I would ask you to reconsider, because there are people who have jumped in front of the train and God said, not yet. But now you've lost limb, you're still alive, and none of that stuff went away by you doing that. So you got those people that survived it, and now they're worse off because they took that approach.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
And you're keeping it the Christian way.
I am.
I'm keeping it the real
That's
way.
balance.
I'm keeping it the natural way. If you jump in front of a train and delay me from getting where I need to go, if you're still living, I'm going to kick your ass. All right? I'm pissed off because you done now I can't get where I need to be because, you know, but, you know, it's all fun and games, disclaimer. It's all jokes, nothing serious, you know what I mean? Yeah. But, no, guys, seriously, like, you know, everybody's going through hell. Everybody's going through hell, you know, but that does not give you the right to put your hell on anybody else. Your hell is your hell. Even Jesus went through hell. Yeah. You know what I mean? Jesus went through being tempted 40 days and 40 nights. Woo. Satan himself tried to offer God himself the kingdom, something he already owned. At the end of the day, how do you fight against the enemy and fight against Satan? You fight against Satan with the word of God. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You fight against your hell with prayer, fasting, and the word of God. You know, we're up here, we're telling jokes, and but we're being serious at the same time. There's a lot of mental illness out here. There's a lot of people going through a lot of hell, and they're killing themselves and dying when you have a promising life. You have a promising future. Stop putting all of your life and emotions into money. Me and Rob, we went to go get something to eat. Rob, tell them about the analogy with the dollar bill.
No, you tell it because I don't remember. Tell it. You tell it and then I'll jump in. Please.
Me and Rob, we went to go get something to eat. Mm-hmm. And by the way, y'all go to Town Hall Delicatessen. They have like the best sandwiches.
Man, you done big them up. They ain't give you no money yet. But all right, do what you got to do, brother.
Hey, listen. They're going to be our marketing. They're going to sponsor us. Shout outs. And once again, shout outs to
very
MO.
Good, sir. Very good.
Very good. Shout outs to MO Sound Group. Shout out to Push. Yeah, listen, man. If you need recording done, you need podcasting done, y'all hit my man Push up, MO
Yes.
Sound Group, Irvington, New Jersey. He's the best, man.
Very
he does
professional.
lighting,
Very
he does
inspiring.
engineering, does everything.
Yeah.
And he give you good, clean water.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, that's
good,
important.
clean water.
Gotta have it.
That's right. He don't do none of that sink crap.
Okay.
He give you he give you Poland Spring and Avion.
Clean
Hey,
water.
Push water so clean you can take a shower and it's Avion water.
Man, that's good. That's beautiful.
You know the amount of trucks that's coming in here every single day for Avion water showers?
Man. Wow, that's a good life. Yeah, man. Let me. That's a good point you made. When Jesus was led into the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights, he overcame three things: the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, and the pride of life.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Go back.
Yeah.
So Jesus was tempted by women?
No. Women is not the only type of lust. The thing that we have to understand is when God asked Adam and Eve, "Who told you that?" We got to ask ourselves, who told you what success looks like? Who told you that this is how you should parent? Who told you that this is what the family structure should look like? We have to ask ourselves these questions, because if we're not willing to ask ourselves, we might be deceived in thinking that there's only one way to do this thing and never, ever have the opportunity to see what it can look like. Right. I never thought that I was going to have a marriage that would overcome some of the things that I've experienced and have peace, because we came up rough, me and my wife. So the only thing that has allowed the change is God gave me a choice, and I sought God. I've sought to be obedient to the instruction. That the scripture is a manual. It's instruction. It's coming to understand the vastness of a God who you can't touch and hold on to, except by way of through the evidence of our actions of faith in connection to other people. Again, we're his creation. And again, if we're his creation, consider why we all want to be valued.
So
And
because we're his creation and we're made in his image, and we're pretty much about to wrap up, guys.
Okay.
You know,
I'm gonna miss you guys. This is fun.
yeah, and shout outs to y'all, man. Shout outs to y'all for the comment. We see the comments, see the comments, the whole executive board, everybody see the comments. You guys rock, man. You guys stick with us.
Thanks for the
like I
support.
said, we are back in service. Chi Lounge.
Very
We got
interesting.
another podcast coming up that's gonna be me, Rob, and
Noob.
our guy Noob. Shout outs to Noob. Yes, we're coming up. And listen, we're gonna keep that on a hush hush,
Yeah,
because
man.
when that come up, Rob's gonna bring it
It's
up.
quite a personality. You're gonna love his sense of humor,
But all in all, hey Rob, I have a question.
sir.
I have a real genuine question.
Ask it.
So, we're talking about hurt emotions.
Yeah.
How do you think people gonna feel when Trump win the presidency?
Oh wow, you really went there, didn't you?
Yes,
don't
we're
hesitate.
going there.
I like your stuff, brother.
Trump's going to win.
Well, you know what? Here's the response that I would have. Life is gonna be what it's gonna be.
No,
Wait, wait,
natural
no.
response,
No,
Rob.
let me tell you. The reason why I said it is because I've been in unions. Like I said, I'm 46 years old. I've been through various presidents and lived in various in cities and suburbs. I've been hurt by family. I've been hurt by other communities that didn't look like me. The only thing that I've come to learn is that the grace of God and why God said be the change. And everybody that we admire, they chose to be the change, be it in music, in sports, in civil rights. Someone stepped up and did what most were afraid to do. Let's look at Michael Jordan. The reason why Michael Jordan, he was fearless. His character is what you saw in how he played ball, where somebody makes a mistake and they're afraid. Somebody gets hurt and they're afraid. This man ate all of it and kept on going. He didn't look back. Word of God says, don't look back, move forward. Behold, I have a new thing for you. So when we take the things of God and try it and actually apply it, that's what it results in, whether they believed in God or not. Their approach is what God is talking about. He never got stuck with, I took 15 shots and missed all of them. He kept on shooting. If he had the shot, he shot it until he hit. And then after that, crown him champion again and again. That's it. Be unapologetically you once you come to discover you, but be willing. Just be willing. Let's give life a chance. Amen. I'm not saying it's easy, but let's give it a chance and see what can come of it. And don't be familiar with your pain. Hate the hurt, hate all of those things, and then choose life.
Choose life.
I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because that wasn't my journey, but thus far it's been worth it. That's all I can say. And more to come by the grace of God.
Guys, choose life. Don't just exist. Choose life. Choose life. When you feel like life got you down, when you feel like you're going through hell, always remember that this too shall pass.
Yeah, man.
It's going
Amen.
to pass. It doesn't last forever.
Amen.
If you're going through homelessness, that's your hell for that moment. It's going to pass.
For that moment.
If you have no money, that's your hell for that moment. It's going to pass. Whatever you're struggling with, guys, always know that it's somebody out there that's doing worse than you.
Yeah.
Always some. My mama always used to tell me and my brother that when we was little growing up, you know, never complain about anything, because what you're going through is only for that season. It's only for that moment. Somebody else is going through, 10 times worse than you. Yeah. So everything that you're going through is going through because you're meant to be a testimony. You're being built up, you see what I'm saying, to be a power for Christ. You're being built up to be a power for the kingdom. You know what I mean? Your evidence, right. Say that again, Rob.
Evidence.
Your new name is Evidence. So now when you see people, tell them, they ask you, what's your name? You're going to say, Evidence.
Evidence!
Sorry,
I'm sorry. Oh, heaven, see? That's what happens sometimes. Oh, let me fix myself.
Push thought he was at a WWE set.
I don't know what just happened.
Hey, Push, what's your new name? He said, I'm keeping it at Push. Your name could be Evidence, but I'm going to push you.
Big ups to MO Sound Group, man. This is amazing. When you see what's possible and pushes the evidence of it, he's an entrepreneur. And look at what he's doing. Imagine if you took your gift. That's sometimes you got people that get out of prison just to realize that, you know what? My background won't let me into certain doors. The only way for me to do this is to find what's in me and turn that into the business that's going to provide for me. Wow. God has put something in all of us. Now, our society may want to tell us what our value is, but look at those, again, who took the things that they had in them. People of color coming up in them harder times than what we got going on. Maybe yes, maybe no, but nevertheless, harder times inventing things that are still of great value to this very day. Some people have ideas that would change the whole game. Some people have abilities to do things in building, in coding, in you name it. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance. And if you don't know how to do it, try to find someone who can and help them to see what's in you so that that door may be open for you. And ask God. You have nothing to lose by praying and saying, God, can you please help me? Especially if you're allowed to live another day and overcome the trauma from the day before. If you're still here, why not? Why not pray and ask? What do you have to lose? And don't expect it to look how you want it to look, because the first question you got to ask yourself is, who told you how your life was supposed to look? Because that right there is where you get stuck, and then now you have all these false expectations that then keep you stuck, that you can't move forward. There's kids right now getting bombed. Innocent women and children getting bombed right now. So if you're not getting bombed right now, give yourself a moment to say, thank God I'm not getting bombed right now. Find something, because then it changes the way your mind is thinking about things. And it gives yourself a break from hearing those voices that want to beat you down and cause you to lose, and worse off, take your own life.
Right. Listen, guys, we wrapping it up for today. We thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, shout outs to MO Sound Group, Our Man Push. Shout outs to my big brother, King Rob.
God, thank you in Jesus' name.
Thank you, God, for allowing this
Brother G.
opportunity. Man,
Thank you, Brother
always.
Push.
This my
Thank
brother.
you, Brother Push.
This my brother from another mother.
Salute.
Actually, my brother from the same mama.
You know what I mean?
But listen, man, we got more podcasts coming to you. We appreciate you guys sticking it in with us. Yo, y'all gonna be our fan base, man, and we're gonna take this to the skyrockets and beyond. We're gonna have prizes, we're gonna have money, we're gonna have all type of stuff. We just need y'all to stick with us, man.
Yes, please.
Y'all stick with us, we're gonna stick with you. Chi, King Rob, King Noob. Listen, man, we got a lot of stuff coming, so y'all stick with us. Once again, MO Sound Group, and we out of here, baby.
Push! That was fun, bro. That was good. That was
That
good.
was dope.